All right, welcome to the Code Seminar. Today we're going to implement some new features in the Orbcam system along the following lines. I'll share my screen and briefly say what the desired situation is. So there's already a kind of secret shortcut key for Orbcam, which I use for recording. And Roblox Studio just crashed, of course. G'day, Ethan. It's your fault, Ethan. You made Roblox Studio crash.
Oh,
Sorry. You've got a particle effect parented to you. Okay, let's try that again. I'm sure there's none of those left. No. Okay, this is some other problem. All right, is it going to crash like this? No. So at the moment, you can walk up, attach as listener, hit Shift-C, and you'll get a version of Orbcam that is, you'll get a version of Orbcam that doesn't have the UI Chrome. So the idea for today would be to live code some additional features that are along the same lines. So instead of just taking the same view that you usually have in Orbcam, but without the UI Chrome, enable alternative views where you can, for example, just see one board or see the previous set of boards, or so the idea is you attach as listener. Okay, you can hit Orbcam or you can go Shift-C. This is what I use for the recordings. But suppose you're in either version and you just want to zoom in on the left-hand board. Maybe you should hit Shift-1, and then that'll smoothly take the Orbcam into the first board, or Shift-2 for the second board, or maybe Shift-0 to kind of zoom out and get a view of the speaker and the whole set of boards. So I'm doing this kind of thing quite often, right? So when I'm recording, I'm often pulling out of the character and then, getting some neat view like that, or a bit further back. That's good. I think Will was commenting the other day when he was rewatching his own talk that it always felt less claustrophobic when the camera pulled back and could see more of the audience and more of the boards, and these are nice moments in between the sort of more detail-oriented view of the board. But this is also kind of amateur hour, right? It's like and then zoom. And I could adjust the settings on the camera, and probably should, but still it's not a kind of it's not a thing I want to be doing manually, so that's the idea. Any comments on the settings or the shortcut keys we should use? I mean, the numbers themselves are already bound to inventory, right? So we don't want to be using those. I think numbers make sense because it's easier to remember numbers as being sort of particular views. I don't know if Shift-1, that's going to...
So you don't want to have buttons on the screen?
No, I don't think so.
wait, isn't this from the camera account? So you got a button on the screen, then you'd be recording the button.
That's right, yeah. So maybe it makes sense for most users. I mean, there's two use cases. There's the audience members who may just want to look at something, and then there's the recording, and it should serve both. I guess for the audience, having it be some secret key combination is not user-friendly, so I guess I agree that but I don't really want to add extra stuff to the menu, which is already pretty complicated. I think
Did you hide the toolbar? I mean, you're probably not equipping tools with the camera on.
Yeah, that's true. And just have things you can click down here.
Yeah, and then use numbers without the shift.
At what level does Roblox grab these numbers to activate toolbar items? Is it just, I mean, this UI thing is added at runtime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't necessarily want to be messing with that. Like Shift 1 does just trigger it though, so it's I don't think it's unless I manually find that and disable it, anything to do with the numbers is going to be grabbed already by Roblox itself.
Wait, the numbers would correspond to pairs of boards or what?
No, different views. So I don't know how the mapping would work, but maybe 1 is if you're looking at 2 boards, it's the left-hand board. And 2 is if you are looking at 2 boards, it's the right-hand board. And 0 is the default Orbcam view. So Orbcam is going to still have an opinion about what you should be looking at, right? Based on the points of interest and their targets. And my idea was that the shortcut keys would be relative to that context. So relative to the context specified by the standard Orbcam view, you would operate on that context by, for example, zooming into the left-hand thing or the right-hand thing. Then when the speaker moves or some other tween is supposed to occur for the Orbcam, I think it overrides what you said perhaps and just takes you to whatever you're supposed to be looking at. Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll just get started and sort out what the shortcut key should be later. All right. So here's the current code for the Orbcam toggle. Okay. I'm just going to shove it here for now. What are we going to call these? Orbcam views. Let's just make it a Shift L for now. I'll just do a look at the left-hand board. still have both Altman and Foreman in my path, I think.
It's Aftman.
Sorry?
It's
Aftman.
Aftman.
Sure.
So it was double funny.
Okay. Okay. Crashed.
Cool.
Yeah. This is what we did last week as well. The code seminar will be forever twice as much fun. There's a lot of weird stuff in the console output. Have you noticed that?
Wait, what? Why is there anything in the console output? Did you... What?
If you go reopen, it reopens it from the console and prints a lot of... If you open Roblox Studio from the console, then it gives you all this crazy stuff.
Oh, right.
Which is useful for debugging why it crashed, but this kind of slightly...
Is that from a free model or something?
I don't think so.
Is that like from a Roblox dev?
No, I don't think so. I think it's part of the system. Okay, let's try again. Maybe I'll catch it and fix it as a thrilling part of the coding life. Rojo is dead. Where is Rojo? Okay.
If you go to VS Code, you should be able to reinstall the plugin from there. Or actually from the toolbox.
Yeah.
Rojo 7.
Aborted URL. Oh, it's the same particle bullshit. Oh, it's the particles on the character. I reckon.
Nice. Oh no.
Okay. Okay. So that's tricky. Oh man, what a nightmare.
Can you use your Windows desktop?
Yeah, it's kind of out in the living room, so not a good environment for recording audio. We can just take it on faith that it's all working. How's that?
Great idea.
Okay, so I'll just test it in the live server, because of course that's a good idea.
Can you just work with a just like drag out like a board set and just do a brand new place file?
Oh, that's not relevant. It's when I click play. Oh, what do you mean? What's that going to achieve? It's just why I can't click play in Studio because the particle effects on the character booting in Crash Studio.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes it doesn't always happen. Just like having any particle emitter at all or particle effect. So like maybe just having like if you just open a brand new base plate, does it crash?
No. The point is that there's a particle effect on the character when they're coming into the world, and that is what's crashing Studio.
If you opened a base plate and then ran it now, it might not crash because there's
Wait, the force field is crashing?
Yeah, the particle effect in it.
Oh my.
I
You
guess
can
I could just do
disable that.
run. Oh yeah. How do I-
Yeah, go to the spawn location and then set. There's some property that you just set to 0. Duration is the duration property.
Okay, let's try. Well, I don't really want to crash TRS. It's got enough trauma. I could just do run instead of play, I guess, but then I won't be able to test it. Okay, I don't know where this particle effect is. Yeah, okay. We'll just code and test in the live thing. All right.
So there is a particle emitter in the avatar editor scene under replicated storage.
Yeah, right. That should only, that's the thing that comes up when you go into the avatar editor, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
So I don't see how that could be, but yeah,
Well,
maybe.
Like perhaps it's merely the existence of a particle emitter
Well,
somewhere.
yeah, Studio used to only, so it would crash if I had a particle effect in view and wouldn't otherwise. So I don't think that's going to be the case, but yeah, it could be.
I can also, I'm in Symbolic Wilds in Roblox Studio right now, so I could share my screen and just test
Okay.
like as we go.
So there's currently this routine in the local script, which is field of view for point of interest. So that's what. So you give a point of interest, and it tells you what the field of view setting should be to get both boards. Wonder if that should just be more general.
Like in what way? What way is it like too specific?
Okay, so what do we want these shortcuts to do? We'd want to just sort of say, okay, you want to zoom in on the left board or the right board. So I just want to give it a position to look from and a board, say, right? Or a set of boards, and then have it give you a field of view. And I mean, so given a position, just find the field of view that gets all those things in. And that's what this routine actually already does. It first finds the poi and then looks in its children to get the targets. So I guess I should just pass targets. Yeah.
would just replace that function with that one, and instead of passing in the POI, pass
Just
in
the get children.
like transform it into targets and then pass it in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So cut that code, that block of code
Yeah.
out into whatever.
Yeah, I was just thinking about what to do in this nil case. I think it shouldn't be nil. Yeah, no, it's fine.
So then pass that in as an argument as well. What is this? Look at so this is the yeah, okay, so there's like a focal point and then there's all the things you gotta fit in the frame.
Yeah.
Could you just like take the average of all the targets?
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. I think I want to control that. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, what's the right way of doing position now? You are recommending against doing get pivot dot position, I suppose, right?
What's wrong with that?
I think it's fine. It's well, it just means that. So we've been using get pivot sometimes to like do some like fan the boards out radially, and then we kind of just leave it like that, and like so the pivot is like far away from the actual sort of center of the object.
Right.
But that, you know, typically isn't the case. If the POIs are always just parts, then you could just get the C frame. But are they not? Or because your options are if it's a part or a model. So if it's a model, your options are getting the C frame of the primary part or getting the pivot. And I don't know which one of those is more like canonical or what.
What I want to do is just get the primary part dot position if it's a model and just the position if it's a part. And of course I can just write a little function to do that, and I probably just should do that.
Yeah, I think the scope for like doing something wacky with the pivot of the point of interest is like not.
Well, the point of interest could be a meta board, so I guess it's
right.
Which
I
is a
thought
model.
they were
and
just those little like dots.
that's the case if you're looking at two boards, because we need to manually put a point of interest in between them. But if you're just looking at a single board, it may actually just be just that one.
I would design it so that, like, instead of communicating a point of interest as like a part, like if it's in the sort of case of a meta board, like you just get the surface C frame because that's what you actually want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so they hit Shift L, then we're going to want to find what they're looking at right now, which I forget how to do. I can just find their, maybe that's not stored anywhere. I mean, there's this target for orb tween thing, but it's set to nil at the end of the tween. Yeah, I think we just get the point of interest for where the orb is. Sorry?
Why do you set it to nil?
Not sure. Probably doesn't matter. Oh, I already wrote this function that I'm talking about. It's called getInstancePosition. So this question was stupid because I literally wrote this last time I was editing this file. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to look, and if there's two things that the point of interest is pointing at, then I'm going to take the left-hand one. It's a bit annoying. Okay, for now I'm just going to take one of them. I don't have camera pause. this is kind of stupid. I'm replicating a whole bunch of code elsewhere. Yeah, the camera shouldn't move. Alright, let's give that a shot.
No way, isn't
Hmm?
like a.
Sorry. I can't hear you if you're speaking.
You can also test in Studio.
You mean you're sharing your screen? Okay.
I think there's gonna be.
Gonna be a what? Okay, we're having some internet issue here, perhaps.
Can you not hear me?
Not until that last sentence, no. Seems to be okay now.
Okay. Were you syncing into symbolic wilds?
I was before, yeah. Why? I'm also syncing into TRS, I believe. Valid argument number 1 to look at. 1011. What's wrong here? Camera pause. Okay. Oh yeah, sure. Same error. 346.
that the right script? Because I don't even see a look at call.
Yeah, was there
Oh,
camera
okay.
part? I just do dot position on a camera, right? I don't think that's a mistake.
For camera, you need to do dot C-frame dot position.
Oh, really? Okay, that's it then. Yeah.
Hi there, and welcome to MetaUni. We're a community of scholars in the metaverse.
Guessing it
This is
just didn't change. Yeah, maybe it would be more sensible to do it the way you suggested, Billy. Do you have symbolic wilds open?
Yeah, I was just having some jittery mouse issues with having OBS open at the same time, but I think it might be okay now.
Hi there,
Just give me
and
one
welcome to MetaUni. We're a community of scholars in the metaverse.
Don't understand. What is wrong with this?
No,
I don't see a problem. Okay, let me open up symbolic wilds.
might need to decrease my stream quality or something.
Okay, you should be able to play it and have the latest version now.
I'm just having issues with when I'm sharing my screen, my mouse becomes super jittery. But actually, it might be okay. I haven't been following.
Yeah, just go up to the orb, attach as listener, and press Shift L, left Shift L, and then expect it to crash and look at the console for me. So yeah, open up the client side console, please.
Oh right, you can't see the console. Yeah, so it's saying, yeah, orbplayer.gui 1111 invalid argument 2 to look at vector 3 expected got nil.
On argument number 2 now, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's an improvement. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, try again, please.
We
Can't hear you.
it's a number. It's in.
Yeah, I couldn't hear any of that. I'm sorry. Your audio keeps cutting out for me. Could be on my end, I'm not sure. Let me try it.
I think it's going really bad when I'm streaming. Is it okay now? My audio?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so yeah, it's tweeninfo.new. First argument expects a number for time. Client GUI 352.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is what happens when you copy paste and try and do things too fast.
I might not be able to stream it, but I can at least test it quickly.
Yeah, I have Roho hooked up to the Rising Sea now, just so I can test it. Actually, I have wondered before if maybe going into Orbcam should be animated.
Hi there, and welcome to MetaUni. We're a community of scholars in the
Instances,
metaverse,
no.
and this is where we meet.
Yeah, I think that would make sense. Are you also syncing into Symbolic Wilds at the moment?
No.
Could you turn that back on and then I can just test a lot quicker?
Sure.
It won't be streamed. I'm just having too many issues with it.
Yep.
It just keeps like freezing for like 1 second and then like unfreezing for half a second.
Weird. Okay. I don't know whether I finished my sentence or not, but I have wondered whether Orbcam shouldn't appear instantly, or whether it should, your camera should smoothly tween from where it is to the Orbcam view, even for normal Orbcam.
Yeah, I said I thought that was sensible.
Hi there, and welcome to
Oh,
MetaUni.
come on.
We're a community
It
of
kind of works
scholars.
for me then. I don't
Oh,
think you're. Are you not syncing into TRS anymore?
Can I only sync into one?
No, you can sync into both.
Yeah, I believe I'm
But
doing.
it just did like a zoom for me just then.
Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't publish.
I'll try and show it. Demo.
Hi there, and welcome to MetaUni.
Okay.
We're a community of scholars in the metaverse, and this is where we meet. We have seminars,
So it
classes,
works,
and get up to some general nonsense.
but it's
Over here, you can see some portals that will
yeah.
take
Okay,
you
I
to
see
the
the
pocket
shortcoming.
universes.
So it works, but the code is not doing the right thing. So the field of view for targets will get it to the left-hand edge relative to your current view of the part is sort of on the left-hand side of the screen, roughly speaking, and the right-hand end is on the right-hand screen. But when you're looking from the camera position, the right-hand board is kind of it's too far zoomed in if you try and fit it like that.
So you just need like a margin.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you should be looking at that thing, but not change your. Well, you want to change your field of view, of course. Okay. Well, the code is working, but now the hard part is getting this field of view for targets to do. I don't want to change it too much because it works really well for the current use cases.
Why change the field of view and not just like move towards it?
Yeah, could change the camera position. That's true.
But I guess the field of view is already kind of set. Like it sort of derives from your like the field of view that allows you to see both boards,
Yeah.
which sort of changes from it like can change from waypoint to waypoint.
Yeah, maybe you're right. At least for the current live stream, it probably makes sense to just in the next few minutes change the camera position rather than worry too much about that. So let's go back up here. Change the camera position is going to be now determined by this target. So I'll put it some distance away from the target. I don't know. What say you, C-frame experts?
Already zoned out. What?
That's right.
You want to multiply it by C frame with negative or with a Z value.
What about something like that?
What are you trying to do?
I want to get away from the board in the direction kind of normal to its surface.
Yeah, so multiply it by C frame dot new 0 0 and then like
Right.
probably positive Z. I'm not sure.
Okay, let's try this.
So it depends. I remember, I forget if like the C frame of the board is like pointing towards or away from the board.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Vector 3 expected got C frame.
Oh, God.
Look
Okay.
at.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, it works. Oh, okay. I ended up looking like from behind the board, like back towards me.
Hi there, and welcome
Okay.
to
Okay.
MetaUni.
Yeah. So let's just make it positive and make it a bit further. Sorry, negative.
Yeah, but you also want to spin around. So first do. So
What do you
leave
mean?
it as positive and do for the multiplication do times c frame dot angles 0 math dot pi 0.
What? I don't care about the angle. I mean, it's the this is just the position it's looking from.
The
Yeah.
position. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And here are some metaboards. I'm going to write on them in a minute. One of the tools we use for attending lectures.
Work for me.
Okay, good.
For me though, what happens is it like does the tween, but then as soon as it finishes the tween, it starts looking at my character, and it sort of goes back to my character.
Were you in Orbcam to start with?
No, is that why? Should I?
Yeah. Yeah, it probably shouldn't do anything if you're not in Orbcam, right?
Okay, well it works. It works. Fine.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Where does 10 come from? Is it just a random?
Yeah, just a made-up number.
Oh, because you could derive, like, given the field of view, what's the position to go to. So.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, well, I could preserve the field of view or adjust the field of view to the position I choose, which is what I'm doing.
All right. Okay. The result is though it does like a freaking dolly zoom, like I'm watching Jaws. I think it's like a bit too dramatic.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm excited now.
Hi there, and welcome to MetaUni.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Work.
That's cool. Oh, it's not going to really matter on the distance, is it? It's still going to make the same mistake, I think.
Well, there's a position that matches the field of view, right? And then there's no zooming.
Yeah. Okay. That's the sophisticated way to fix it.
Did you multiply the whole position by 1.1?
No. The field of view.
All right. This only works for this exact board size.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's
Hi
pretty
there,
good.
and welcome to MetaUni. We're a community of scholars in the metaverse.
As you say.
And this is where we meet. We have seminars and classes and get up to some general nonsense. Over here you can see some portals that will take you into pocket universes.
It's going to have that.
There is the
it's going to have that
editor.
problem,
You
more or
want to
less.
try on new outfit. And here are some metaboards. I'm going to write on them in a minute. One of the tools we use for attending lectures or classes on these boards are the orbs. You can see an orb.
Leave it at that. Thanks, everyone.
Please walk up to it and attach as listener.